Hello everybody, welcome to the channel again. I'm here with my friend Geert Willaert from Belgium, and he wanted me to do a bomba zurda the way I do it right now, and it's a little bit different from what most Argentinians do. They kind of started up like almost like a Spanish ring knot, but Billy Albin got me on this method, and it works way better for me. And he had wanted to film it for him for future reference. So here we go. What I did on this little mandrel has got a collar on it, and I just tied my standing end to it. So here we go. I'm just going to go up diagonally, go over my collar, and come up on the right side of my standing end. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go underneath this bight in my standing end like this and come completely through. Now I got my rawhide maybe a little bit too wet, but that's all right. And I'm going to make sure that I got a little space here next to the string I'm working. When we come around, we get this bight over here, and again, I am going to go underneath that bight. Now, mind you, over here, I keep one finger on it, and I'm going to keep a finger on it over here. In the beginning, it's a little bit tricky, but once you got that knot going, I think it's a lot easier to do it as opposed to the traditional Argentinian way, because I can get my tension right, where in the Argentinian way, you got to readjust your tension and what have you. So again, we got this bight here, and I'm going to go underneath that bight, which means I'm going under one, over one. The other advantage to me about doing it this way is I already have pretty good control over where my string is laying. So we come to the other side, and again, I'm going to go underneath that bight here like this. So I got another under one, over one sequence here. So I can lay it like this. I'm coming up again, and I'm going to hit 3 strings, and my first one is still going to be under one, which means I get this under one, then over one, and we're making our over one, under one foundation, so I'll go underneath this one too. So now my button is starting to lock in a little bit. Not quite, but already a little bit. So we turn our dowel, and what we did up top there is the same we're going to do on the bottom side. So I'm going to go under this one, over the second one, and later on I'll be going over that third one. And again, I can already lay my string a little, so I'm not going to have a lot of work trying to straighten this knot out. So we had the under one first, over one, under one. And now we are pretty soon going to hit the part where in most books where the bomba zurda is explained, from now on it's pretty much going to be the same. So for those of you that have Enrique Capone's books, from here on out, it's going to be the same. We're going to go under that bight here again, like this. And note, this part of my string is tempered. This one was outside of the tempering bin, so it's hard, and it actually in fact does create a needle. So we got under one over one, and we're still running to 2 strings, which means also here we're going to do under one over one. So we went under there, over this one, under this one, and over our working end. Our standing end, I should say, I'm sorry. Like this. So now we're going to do the same again, meaning I go under this one, over this one, and I'll do this one first. Create that bight like this, and then under that one. Like that. Now, so pretty much all the time we start going under over, under, and here. See, and that's the benefit of doing it this way. You have pretty good control. You don't have to overwork your rawhide. So we got over, under, and just need to keep in mind that, you know, I think it'll help people a lot, and it was proven at the rawhiders gathering this year. If you understand the mechanics and the dynamics and the structure of a knot, you can enlarge it to whatever you want. So on this bomba zurda, all I care about is make sure that the first pass I'm taking is always under one, over one, under one, and then here it's going to be over one, under one. So I'm just going to pull this through first. If I wanted to, I already could take this string off. I'm just going to leave it on for clarity and easiness of work. And then pull this one through here. Like that. So again, I'm up here. Remember, the first is always under one. Over one, under one. under one. And then we end up over one, which is my standing end. So now we got this little bight underneath here. And we open it up because we can call this a track, and now we're just splitting these tracks like this. Like this. See, here's another track we need to split. Like this. And so pretty much all we're doing this pass is splitting the tracks. Like up here, here's that bight. And the first, it's a little hidden there. And always that first bight, you need to go under. Like this. Again, split this track here. And split this track here. And now we're back to our standing end. Now we got two options. Either we expand this button, which I don't think it needs, and we could make some extra bights in there. Let's see if I can straighten this out all a little bit so it looks a little bit more uniform like that. Or we can start an interweave. Let's just go with the